This is DeepSeek AI, and it's the most talked about AI platform right now on the internet. I mean, it's new, it's free, and it seems like it's currently trying to be a major competitor to OpenAI's ChatGPT. I mean, when you even go to DeepSeek.com, you could see clearly that they are targeting OpenAI's ChatGPT model as the major competitor. And it's very interesting how this whole competition goes, because it's something that will benefit we, the users. So I guess the table is on for ChatGPT. But before we do our conclusions, I am deciding to test DeepSeek out with some real life use cases that a lot of people use AI systems for. But before then, I would like to thank you guys all for subscribing to this channel. I mean, we've hit the 1,000 subscriber count. Would you believe that? It's a huge thank you from me, and let's keep giving value and quality on this channel. All right, so with DeepSeek, it has a platform. It has a UI that looks very similar to that of ChatGPT, and all you do is type what you want. I mean, it works. And the good thing is they both have the capability of accessing the internet now, which would make this whole comparison really interesting. So I'll be testing both of them with some key use cases, and let's see how both of them handle those use cases. The first use case is keyword research. Now, yes, you can see me having SEMrush opened and Ahrefs, and these are the popular keyword research tools that we have, and they are quite expensive. But is it possible for us first to do keyword research using these tools, and how well can they handle this, right? So I have a prompt here, and what this prompt says is generate a list of the top keywords related to, then you include the niche. Make sure it includes terms that are frequently searched for and relevant to the main keywords. By the way, this was in reference to a prompt I got from a very interesting video. I'm going to just give it a shout out. But now for this niche, let's try just making it AI, right? So let's say AI is the niche, and we would now click on the internet access capability. I'm going to copy this prompt and search. Then we would do the same with DeepSeek and search. Let's see how both handle these cases. All right, so ChatGPT is already doing its thing. I mean, from the video I watched, the person actually used Perplexity, but since they both really have internet access, and they are, I mean, DeepSeek is trying to just do a face-off with OpenAI's ChatGPT, I would use ChatGPT in this case. So, yes. Oh, wow. All right. So DeepSeek, due to technical issues, such service is temporarily unavailable. Well, that's interesting, because then it means it just used the general AI knowledge to get these keywords, which might or might not be completely relevant, because, well, they are, but then we specify that we need keywords that are frequently searched for. And ChatGPT came up with this, and there are also sources, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, so now I have a next follow-up prompt. So here it is. It says, let's expand the list of long-tail keywords by giving me a detailed and comprehensive list. Search for your specific terms that users might search for when looking for information on this topic. Because we, when you try to just rank either your article or your video, whatsoever that requires SEO using any of these keywords, yes, they may have so many searches, but it will be difficult for you to compete because of the competition. So it's always good to use long tail keywords. And I am just going to do the same in DeepSeek. But now that DeepSeek is already telling us that it has technical issues with its search service, I don't know if this first comparison would be fair, but let's see how it goes. All right. So for ChatGPT, we have this. So there's a category. All right. So what is artificial intelligence? And not all might really be what we need, but some of them would definitely be some really low-hanging fruits. For instance, use of artificial intelligence in business operations. This looks like it's something that would be a long-tail keyword and have less search volume. I mean, low competition, but less search more search volume or reasonable search volume. And for this, DeepSeek just knows how to pop up with a lot of keywords. I mean, the first it got 50, now we have 100. Interesting. All right, so now I'm just going to try using these paid tools to check out just at random the search volumes and see if these are valuable keywords. So for this, let's just keep scrolling. Like I said, use of artificial intelligence in business operations. This might not be, well, let's see. I would now search for it on SEMrush and here on Ahrefs. And let's see the search volume / competition. All right. So I'm going to switch this to the United States. And for SEMrush, this isn't really like, there's no competition. I mean, but no search volume at all. And same goes with Ahrefs. But what if you try searching for the keyword? Normally, when you search for keywords like this, and maybe you have forums coming up on the first page, then it shows that that keyword is a low competition keyword. So let's just try searching for it on Google in an incognito tab. So here's the search, and let's keep scrolling to see if we find any forum like Quora or any of those discussion forums on the first page. And this doesn't seem like it's a really low competition keyword. But like I said, it requires you to still keep going through the tool and then the search results to see if you find some gem in there. And the benefit is it gives you quite a lot. All right, so we have another one here. Limitations of current artificial intelligence technologies. This doesn't even look like a low competition keyword. So AI-powered personal assistance comparison, predictions for artificial intelligence advancements. These don't look like they are low competition at all, because they all look like topics keywords that people must have already thought of and written content on. How about with DeepSeek? With DeepSeek, we have how to, this is too specific, how to implement natural language processing in Python, differences between supervised and unsupervised learning. So this isn't new, but let's see if we search for the Python keyword. And this is, nope. There's no forum on this first page, not that I can see. But what if we try another keyword? All right, so there's another keyword here in DeepSeek, how AI is used in predictive maintenance and manufacturing. This seems truly really specific. So far, from what I can see, the keywords presented by DeepSeek, even though it has internet issues at the moment, the keywords seem to be too specific. I mean, which is what you would need in order to have like a long tail keyword. So you can see this. This isn't a forum, but this is ResearchGate, and it's not a blog. It's actually a journal like website. So it's quite interesting seeing content like this. But when you do a deep search on this, you would realize that some of these some of these results are coming from blogs that have like low volume traffic. And it's really convincing with what this does, what this shows. So for keyword research, ChatGPT and DeepSeek, so far, I feel like DeepSeek is winning because it just looks like even without the internet access, DeepSeek seems to get the context in which we are trying to, like, what we are trying to accomplish. So let's go to the next use case. If you like what you've been watching so far, then a like to this video and a sub to the channel will be massively helpful. Now let's continue with the video. So for the next use case, we will try to build web applications that we can, just basic web applications that use HTML, but we can truly run and use them instantly. One other thing that I can think of, one basic thing that I can think of is just a ping pong game. In one of the videos I made, it was about CLED, and I used it to just develop a ping pong game. So let's try using it for that. So the instruction for this, we wouldn't really need internet access. So I'm just going to disable the internet access. So I'm just going to say build a ping pong game using HTML, ping pong. All right. So yes, let's go to ChatGPT and give it access to this. It could also just do other things, but I know ChatGPT has this interface that, yeah, you can see it here. And all right, so DeepSeek is also doing its thing. And let's see when they are done. Let's say we can run the applications, but ChatGPT has this preview button when it's done, and DeepSeek would make you want to copy, and that's not what I want. I want to run it instantly. All right, so for DeepSeek, this is it. It's saying how it works. This is the HTML, this is CSS, JavaScript, and how to run save HTML. This is into their respective files. Open index this in a browser to play the game, and these are the controls. And for ChatGPT, you can instantly preview it here. So let's just give DeepSeek a chance by doing like this, going to this long process. Long procedure. It's really not good this way because I would prefer to test run it right from the browser. And if I do, if I have any change that I want to make, I should be able to make the change so that when I'm satisfied with everything, I can do all these processes. But for ChatGPT, let's try previewing it here. And all right, so how do I do the controls? I don't think there's any. All right, so I use my arrow keys, and I think the game just ended. All right, there seems to be a runtime error because the game is actually running, but it doesn't do as expected. How about DeepSeek? All right, so for DeepSeek, we have all the files here. Let's try running it as an HTML. All right. And all right, so this works as expected. It has a looping capability that even if the ball falls, even if there's a failure somewhere like this, it just tries to get back into the game. And you can make your own customization and adding something like a scoreboard to it and just something to make it interesting. But it really did work. It did work. But for this, I really don't know what it needs for it to work. But it's not the ping pong game from ChatGPT doesn't seem to just work when you say just build a ping pong game. I think you have to be very, very specific, and it's not what a lot of people would want. So I guess we move to the next use case. All right, so for the next use case, we are going to try using these tools for data analysis. And here I have an entire Spotify history for a particular user, and there's a lot actually. I just got it online, and we can just try using this. This has, I don't know how many records. There are over 149,000 records, which makes a lot of sense if we want to really test out these tools. I have uploaded it to ChatGPT and it's waiting for my command. And I actually tried uploading it to DeepSeek, but it wasn't actually working. Yeah, I was getting the message that the file upload failed. And I noticed that DeepSeek by default supports these formats, and CSV is one of them. So I don't really know why it wasn't supporting it, but I'm just going to select the folder again and just try the 20 MB file because it's 20 megabytes worth of CSV content. So let's see if this works. All right, it still didn't, and I don't know what this means. It's saying extract only text from images and files, and this is, I think, I don't really need to even go further with this test because it's clearly showing that it doesn't really want to accept the file. If you've tried uploading any CSV file and it works for you, just let me know. But with DeepSeek, we should be able to, since it's this smart, we should be able to do some data analysis. And I was really looking forward to it coming head to head with ChatGPT on that. So we move now to the next use case. All right, so for the next part, we are going to try using these tools to just generate prompts that would be used to create YouTube thumbnails. And what I want to do is to, first of all, I searched for best thumbnail design practices, and I can see some results coming from search around the web, across the web. And these are summaries of what these thumbnails should have. And what we are going to do is to just copy the entire summary as it is, and then come back to each of these platforms and then ask them to generate prompts for thumbnail for a specific video. And for this case, we're going to generate thumbnail for video for this particular video. So let's just try something out. All right, so this is what I prompted on DeepSeek. I said, below is a summary of what a great thumbnail should have. Incorporate all the attributes you can see below to create a prompt that can be used in generating the perfect thumbnail for the video titled DeepSeek versus ChatGPT, which handles real world cases better. And I am going to copy the same thing and use ChatGPT for it. All right, so let's see what the prompt would be. DeepSeek is already coming up with the prompt. And now, one thing that we should also note is both of these systems can generate the prompts, but then which has the capability to generate a prompt that will actually be able to give us a thumbnail that looks better. That's what I'm after. So I am copying this from DeepSeek, and we are going to use the tool we've already used before, which generates images in flux depth. And it was in one of my videos. I think I am just going to link it above of me showing how you can access flux models. But then now we have the dimension sets, 1280 by 720 as the dimension. And we would just go ahead and run this. This is from DeepSeek. So let's see what comes up. All right, so this is the output from DeepSeek's prompt, and this is the thumbnail idea that DeepSeek is giving us. We're going to keep this aside. I'm just going to download it, and once we have this, all we're going to do is to use the same method to generate the one coming from ChatGPT, and you be the judge. So we're going to copy everything here and paste it here. And one thing I like with this tool is it accepts a whole like chunk of text as prompt. So let's see how the output from ChatGPT comes up. Okay, so this is the output from ChatGPT, and DeepSeek versus ChatGPT. And I don't know what this means. I think this is time saving, and this is, I really don't know, but now you be the judge. Like, which of the outputs do you feel is better? Which of the outputs do you think is better? Which of these among them is the perfect tool to use for a case like this? You be the judge. Let me know in the comment section. Now we move to the next use case. So for the last use case, we are going to try using both to generate images. I know this might be a little challenge for DeepSeek. I know ChatGPT does that, so let's just try saying generate the image of a kangaroo, something like that. And then I copy the prompt and then paste it here. I haven't tried using DeepSeek for image generation, but DeepSeek keeps saying I can't directly generate or create images, but I can guide you to do that. And it's quite understandable because DeepSeek doesn't really have this capability. And what ChatGPT leverages on is the DALL-E that's integrated within it. So this is something that DeepSeek still needs to learn. You can also use it for other use cases that you feel relate to you, but the ones I have applied here are the ones that directly concerns me. So just take this test with a pinch of salt. And I feel like I am speaking for a lot of people right now based on these tests that I've run. So which is better so far? I mean, yes, DeepSeek is here as a top competitor for ChatGPT. It has a lot of marketing because it comes with the free price tag. I mean, there's no fee. Like, you just use everything that you see here for free, similar to how Lumen started. And we all know that there's no way they can maintain this for a long time without introducing some paid features. But how good is it if the price tag is the only aspect that makes it so popular right now? How good is it in handling your own use cases? I mean, how good is it in handling tasks that you give it based on like you trying to simplify your workflow? For me, so far, the free version of ChatGPT does absolutely, like, it does a lot. ChatGPT has also introduced the reason feature, which is also here as DeepSeek R1. And I feel like the response to this comparison is definitely just based on your own use case, like what you use it for. So if you're the kind of person that write codes, I've seen a lot of videos of people showcasing how DeepSeek accepts a lot of tokens when writing codes, and it works really well because it's free. So why those limitations? But this would just be for the meantime. I'm very sure of it. A lot of people have also raised concerns about privacy because it's coming from China, but then we all know that those can be concerns raised by US-based companies like OpenAI. And why wouldn't you try to at least paint your competitor black? But I'm not saying we should completely trust this system. And it also means we shouldn't completely trust OpenAI. There's no complete trust for each of these systems for me, because any data you want to use on these systems, like you have to be very careful and mindful of the kind of data that you upload to this. So I believe this brings us to the end of our today's video. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you see yourself using DeepSeek or how you have been using it. I will really be interested in having such conversations in the comment section. So thank you for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.